After age 70, throw away these 5 things for a peaceful and happy life. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. What is it that weighs you down? What is it that keeps you tethered to a past that no longer serves you? Because, make no mistake, there are burdens you carry, some visible, some hidden, that are preventing you from living with the clarity, peace, and dignity that you deserve in the final decades of your life. And so let me tell you this: after age 70, it is time to throw some things away, not just the physical clutter, the old books you'll never read again, the clothes that don't fit, the dusty trophies from victories long past, but also the mental baggage, the emotional anchors that keep you from sailing freely into the years ahead. Here are 5 things you must discard if you truly seek a peaceful and happy life. After 70, from a young age, people are conditioned to seek approval. It starts in childhood, where acceptance from parents, teachers, and peers shapes behavior. As the years pass, the need for validation becomes deeply ingrained. Many spend their lives adjusting their words, actions, and even values to fit the expectations of others. They suppress their true thoughts to avoid conflict, sacrifice their own comfort to keep the peace, and say yes when they desperately want to say no. But after the age of 70, this habit is no longer just unnecessary, it is a burden. At this stage in life, the truth becomes undeniable. No matter how much effort you put into pleasing others, someone will always disapprove. People will judge, they will misunderstand, and they will project their own insecurities onto you, trying to mold yourself to every expectation. Is like chasing the horizon. The need to be liked by everyone is not a virtue, it is a chain that restricts freedom. Letting go of this compulsion does not mean becoming indifferent or unkind. It means recognizing that your time and energy are limited and spending them wisely. It means speaking your mind without fear, setting boundaries without guilt, and making decisions based on what truly matters to you rather than what others expect. It is an act of self-respect to choose authenticity over approval. There will be resistance, some will not like the change. Those who have benefited from your constant accommodation may react with disappointment or even anger, but that is their burden to carry, not yours. A lifetime of people-pleasing does not mean you owe anyone continued compliance. It is not your job to manage the emotions of others at the expense of your own peace. What happens when you finally release this weight? A newfound clarity emerges. Conversations become more honest, relationships, though fewer, become richer. There is no longer a need for pretense or performance. Life, stripped of unnecessary obligations, becomes lighter. The friendships and connections that remain are based on mutual respect, not silent resentment. At 70 and beyond, the most valuable currency is time. Every moment spent trying to appease someone else is a moment lost from living fully. The years ahead should not be governed by the expectations of others, but by the freedom to be exactly who you are without apology. Regret is a heavy chain dragging the past into the present and preventing any real sense of peace. By the time a person reaches 70, they have accumulated decades of experiences, some filled with joy and success, others marked by failure, disappointment, and loss. It is natural to look back and see moments where different choices could have led to better outcomes. Perhaps there were words left unsaid, relationships that ended badly, or opportunities missed. But to dwell on these regrets is to fight a battle that can never be won. The past is fixed, unchangeable, beyond reach. The only thing left is how it is understood and carried forward. Many people hold on to regret as if it serves a purpose, as if replaying past mistakes might somehow undo them. But this is an illusion. Regret does not correct the past, it only poisons the present, it turns memories into burdens instead of lessons, trapping a person in an endless loop of self-recrimination. The truth is no one moves through life without making errors. To expect a life free of missteps is to expect something unnatural, something impossible. A far more productive approach is to extract wisdom from those mistakes and apply it to the present. What truly matters is not what went wrong years ago, but what can be done with the time that remains. Every day is an opportunity to act differently, to express love where it was once withheld, to practice gratitude instead of regret, to focus on the life ahead rather than the life behind. Regret should not be an anchor, it should be a teacher. Forgiving oneself is essential. People are often far harsher on themselves than they would be on others. Imagine a close friend burdened with regret. Would the response be judgment or compassion? If kindness is extended to others, why should it not be extended inward as well? Carrying regret indefinitely is not a sign of responsibility, it is a refusal to accept reality. True responsibility lies in acknowledging the past, making peace with it, and choosing to live well now. The weight of regret diminishes when the focus shifts to the present. There is still time to create meaning, to mend what can be mended, and to build a life unburdened by what cannot be changed. The past is a story already written, but the final chapters are still in the hands of the one who lives them. Relationships shape a person's life for better or worse. Over the years, bonds are formed with family, friends, colleagues, and acquaintances. Some of these relationships provide warmth, support, and encouragement, while others drain energy, create stress, and bring nothing but negativity. By the time a person reaches 70, it becomes clear which connections uplift and which only weigh down. There is no longer any reason to maintain relationships that cause more harm than good. Toxic relationships can take many forms. Some people manipulate through guilt, making others feel responsible for their happiness. Others criticize, constantly diminishing confidence and instilling self-doubt. Some remain present only when they need something, disappearing the moment their needs are met. There are those who thrive on conflict, who refuse to let go of old resentments, who see kindness as weakness and take advantage of it. These relationships, even if they have been tolerated for years, serve no purpose other than to create unnecessary suffering. One of the biggest reasons people hold on to toxic relationships is obligation. A friend from decades ago, a relative, a long time acquaintance. People assume that history alone is enough reason to keep someone in their life, but history does not justify misery. Just because a relationship has lasted a long time does not mean it should last forever. If a person's presence brings nothing but stress, anger, or exhaustion, then their absence is a gift. Letting go is not an act of cruelty, it is an act of self-respect. Walking away from toxic people does not mean wishing them harm or holding on to resentment. It simply means choosing peace over unnecessary turmoil. It means recognizing that life is too short to spend time with those who bring nothing but negativity. It is not selfish to prioritize mental and emotional well-being. In fact, it is necessary. When toxic relationships are removed, space opens for something better, deeper connections with those who truly matter, moments of solitude that bring peace rather than loneliness, a sense of freedom that only comes from no longer walking on eggshells. True friendships, the ones worth keeping, are built on mutual respect, kindness, and understanding. These are the relationships that deserve time and effort, not the ones that drain and diminish. At this stage in life, every moment is valuable. There is no longer any reason to waste time on people who Do not bring light joy or sincerity.